Hello everyone, this is Joab here. Thanks for stopping by the workshop. Today what I'm going to be covering here is the appearance of objects, that FBX objects, that perhaps that's imported from, pretty much, Blender, Cinema 4D or Maya. I work with Cinema 4D and been encountered some problems with some FBX files where in Unity those prefabs, those objects, 3D objects appear invisible. Today I'm going to show to you how to fix that in Cinema 4D and how to add that in Unity and how that's going to be working in Unity. Okay, so let me just give an example to you. What is the problem and how you will be able to fix that problem in Cinema 4D. So here I have my rig. I just created two samples here of a prefab. I have one house, and then I have the house one here. So this object, this prefab here, was this FBX was the first one that I created in Cinema 4D. I imported here and I had a problem, which is this one here that you see. So the problem is, let me just show to you. So as you can see, I can see this room looking from the outside. And then my rig is inside, and when I go inside of that room, I actually don't see the walls, but I see the outside parts of the mesh, but not the inside parts. And previously to dealing with this problem, I thought the material was one of it. But actually it's not the materials that was the problem, but actually the mesh was the problem in Cinema 4D, that I had to adjust the mesh there. So again, the mesh needs to be adjusted in the 3D software and then imported into Unity to work properly. So, differently than this mesh here, which is a mesh that's fixed, which I cannot see the walls outside, I only see it from the inside. If I get in the mesh, you can see that now I see the mesh from the inside, especially if you're creating a room. You're creating a room or an object that you need, a prefab that you needed to stay inside, and you created that in the 3D software rather than in Unity. You need to do some things there, and that's what I will show to you how to fix that in the 3D software. Okay, and then you pretty much don't need to do anything in Unity. Okay, after you import it. All right, so bear that with me. All right, so now in Cinema 4D, I have that prefab that I created, pretty simple. The idea is just to create this room with windows, and as you can see, I'm pretty much inside of it. I just want to have a place where there are windows that I can see through it. But when I import this object, it actually becomes invisible when I'm inside. So pretty simple how to solve that. So you're going to select your object, and then you're going to come to tags, and you're going to find render tags. Let me see if it's a render tags. And you're going to click on display. Yes, it's render tags. And you're going to find display. Okay, so this is very important because what you want to display in Unity, you want to display the inside walls, not the outside walls. So that's kind of how that's going to work. Okay, you are looking to display the inside of the walls, in this case here, and not the outside. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna click on display, and you can see that it appears here, a little icon that looks like an eye. So with my object selected, I'm gonna select this. This is very important, okay? That's the only place that you're gonna select. So you can see here, there is level of details, visibility, and there is a back face culling, okay? And you're gonna use this back face culling here. So you're gonna go ahead and select back face culling. And when you can see, now I can see the object from the inside rather than the outside. It's gonna show exactly like this in Unity, okay? And that's kind of pretty much what you have to do. When you export this object into Unity as an FBX, just make sure that you have your normals selected too. Usually it's already selected, but just make sure that you have your normals, as you can see here. Okay, so that's kind of pretty much. And and you can see also other things too. Everything here is selected, right? As I have this this tool here, the polygon selected. If you don't want something to show for the inside, you select the parts individually, like this. My object here is not divided in multiple pieces though. But if I uncheck this, you will undo the whole thing. But if you want, for example, you just to work on this section here, you know, you say, oh, I want just this section. This section also needs to be on here on the object, so it needs to be a separate piece. Okay, so I would pretty much delete that. I will paste here, so that will be a different parts. As you can see, that's the part here. And I would work on this wall here separately. Okay, I would just come here and so that makes sense, right? Working on each part individually, if that's the case. But because I only have one prefab, one full object, it's the backface culling is applied to the entire object. Okay, so and that's kind of pretty much. So this is very, very important. Okay, so you can't be able to see the inside part of the object in Unity, as I just showed to you. Let me just put back my Unity as I showed to you right here in Unity inside of it. Cool. So hopefully you enjoyed this. This is definitely very useful tool if you're ever having a hard time, you know, having all the faces of your object appear in Unity. Cool. I hope you enjoy. Again, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I see you later.